All right, welcome. This is Toy Story on the SNES, and I'll be talking about this run, be giving commentary as we go. One thing I'll just say real quickly is that, unlike most movie adaptations into games, this one is actually very true to the script. Even very small things that happen in the movie, they'll turn into an entire level or an entire mini boss or something. So we'll see that as we go. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming, and I'll count down and then we'll start. 3, 2, 1, go. And thank you for the good luck, everyone. It's lovely to see everyone. So this is kind of a scary run, to be perfectly honest. And it'll be apparent as we go why that's the case. The first thing is that your health does not automatically refill between stages. So I want to be really careful about when I'm taking damage, whether it's a damage boost or unintentional damage. And I need to work around that and reroute depending on what my health is looking like. We want to use our lives as death abuses also at times so that we can refill our health for the following stage. So it's an interesting balance of trying to manage your health and also get rid of your health when you need to. So this is kind of an auto scroller. You need to free the toys so that they can go towards that pipe, that pump. And then you want to get them in the toy box as quickly as possible, while the other toys, you want them to go under the bed. So they're moving automatically, and you want to get them to line up so that you finish the stage as quickly as possible. Now, this stage is really scary in the run. There are a lot of places where you can just take damage, and we're going to be intentionally damage boosting and also making sure not to take damage at points. So I'm leaving 1 star behind there because the stars are relevant to how this run works. If you get 50 stars, which is the most any stage has, or I guess it's the limit. You can get 51 stars, but it'll just count as 50. If you get 50 stars, you start the next level with a 1-up. If you get 49 stars, it'll refill your health entirely. So by skipping that 1 star, I'm making sure that for the next level, I'll have full health. 48 stars will refill your health by 3 points, 47 by 2 points, 46 by 1 point, and then nothing special for 45 or less stars. And so we'll be managing stars throughout the entire run. 69 stars. That's just nice. So here's our first boss. The bosses are very interesting in this game. This game has excellent music. It's really impressive. It has no special chips or anything, and it runs really well.
You don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off. Take that! Take that! Take that! Here it comes! Take that! Here it comes! Ooh!
Ooh. Thank you for the good luck.
Here it comes! Ooh!
Here it comes. Oh.
Here it comes. Yes.
Here it comes. Personally, I think this game is very homoerotic, but I find most things to be very homoerotic. But between Buzz and Woody and them being toys, it's pretty clear what's going on here. So this stage is nuts. It won't be obvious from how I'm playing just how awful the controls are. But if you run out of battery, then you die immediately. And luckily, Buzz has the universal battery that RC does, that RC has. Come on. There we go. Gotta show some of those bouncy physics here. The end of this stage, we hit a final Buzz that does not drop a battery, and you have to wait for him to like despawn from the screen for the level to be over. And during that interval, it's possible to die. It's if your gas runs out. It's happened so many times where it looks like you cleared the stage, and no, you just ran out of battery. Here we go. So during this interval here. So the reason why this is really scary is there really is no continue. The game doesn't start out with a continue. You can earn a continue if you get 300 cumulative stars. And another continue if you get 600 cumulative stars. So if we die, if we get a game over, there's not. It sends us back to stage 1. That's the end of the run, basically. All right, we spanked the potato earlier. Spank the pig. There we go. And then spank the man. Spank him, spank him, spank him, spank him. Let's go. So in that time, you're waiting for the dinosaur to run off the stage. When he gets off the stage, it'll end the stage. So we have time to spank the man as many times as we can. Okay, so this is the first of 2 actual auto-scrollers. And in this one, your hitbox is Rex. If he takes damage, if he touches anything, even his tail, it will, well, not the tip of his tail, but the base of his tail, you'll take damage. And it's tricky because there's a later auto-scroller where the vehicle that Woody's on does not have a hitbox. Woody is the hitbox in that one. That level's really confusing for that reason, because they kind of establish here that your vehicle is the hitbox. All right, there's gonna be a double train, and then a double train, and then we're out of there. Let's go. Yeah, the driving stages are brutal. They're my worst stages, to be honest. They're awful. All right, here's another boss fight. A very interesting one also. Okay, it's possible to get a double hit on him, but it's not easy. The hitbox in this stage is very unforgiving. No, didn't get it.
Watch out! To infinity and beyond! Ow!
Really?
Oh!
There we go.
To infinity and beyond!
No, we couldn't get that one.
Ow! Watch out! Watch out! To infinity and beyond!
Oh, that was really mean. Okay, here we go. Here's a better version of how this fight can go.
Watch out! Oh!
Right there, good.
Oh!
There we go. That's a double hit.
And beyond!
I think a task could get more than 2, but if you get a double hit, the wheel pops off of him so quickly.
Watch out!
The second time, you really can't get it, RTA.
Watch out! Oh! To infinity and beyond!
There we go. That was a fantastic fight. Let's go. Yeah, this game is very challenging casually. If you learn the strats to just beat the game without any continues, then even with continues, you can learn the speedrun. It's a matter of refining your steps at that point once you've learned to beat the regular stage game. Okay, so this is actually the longest stage in the game. It's one long level with no checkpoints. So a death here is extremely unforgiving. It's a very simple level. It's not too hard. I'm leaving 1 star behind strategically so that we can get a full refill on health, and we can damage boost in here so that when we start the next stage, we'll have full health. The soda cans are especially mean. When you see a paper airplane fly by, that means a kid will be walking by soon, and you want to duck in the soda can. This is something that happens in the actual movie. It's like a 2-second scene where they need to hide in the soda can and pizza box to cross the room and get to the claw machine. But they made a whole stage out of this. Really clever. You haven't really taken any damage. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's near the end of the stage. Basically, the soda cans can go, can be real rough. The double soda cans especially. All right. Yeah, the hitboxes are pretty weird in this game. It takes a while to get used to them. All right, now we're inside the claw machine. Whoops, that never happens. Okay, let's try again. The lag. A lot of this is sometimes lag reduction, and some of it's inevitable. If you duck in the corner here, you won't take damage to these exploding capacitors. And don't forget the hidden star here and the hidden one up there. Very good for marathon safety, but not even that. You want a death abuse often in this game to get back your health, and or damage boost like here. There we go. All right. He's also made of wood. Woody celebrates Christmas? Or do toys have their own thing going on? It's a good question. I think they celebrate Hanukkah.
Hello.
But maybe they also celebrate Christmas too. Maybe they are non-denominational. I don't know. This is such a fun speed run. Once you learn it, it's just a fun half hour to spend and share with folks. Also, I really recommend learning it if you're interested in the game. There's so much level diversity. Like, look at this stage. It's unlike anything else in the rest of the game.
Hello.
It's really cool. So here we're on a cycle. We need to get here before, and we made the cycle. When we start the level, we're on a cycle waiting for this thing. We can't do anything. This block is in the way. But now we can go. Basically, you don't want to make it so that you get there and you're waiting on the block an extra cycle. And now that that's over, any extra time that I waste is on me. Like that. It's easy to get stuck on the walls in this stage.
Hello.
A really fast time is in the 50s. If we reach here and place him in, and it still says 50 at the top. There we go. A Hanukkah robot definitely does, yes. All right, now this stage has a skip. And almost I think every speedrunner that does this game does do the claw skip. I don't, for two reasons. One, I don't have save states on my console, and so I don't really have a way to practice it. It's kind of tough to do. If you can practice it with save states, it's not hard to learn. But then also, I feel like the game is more interesting with this boss in it. So the way that it works is Sid has 5 tokens, and right now he just put his second token in the machine, and he has access to the claw, and the claw is going to try to grab Buzz. And you want to use the aliens to knock Buzz off the claw. If you hit the claw while it's going up with Buzz, before it reaches the top of the screen, it won't let him go. And in fact, it'll get iframes, which will count against you and really hurt when you're trying to. So this stage can be really tough. It's a fun, interesting boss. But yeah, you got to make sure it reaches the top of the screen before you launch the aliens at him. Him being the claw, of course. Okay, this is scary. No, I can't believe that happened on the last token. All right. Here's a good showcase of a lot of the things that go well in the game and things that can go poorly. So this is part of the reason why people skip this boss. The skip involves having too many sprites active on screen that it makes the claw itself despawn, and you just win immediately if that happens. The devs knew that that was possible to despawn the claw, so they put a safeguard and allowed it so the stage just ends if the claw gets despawned. And on the last token too, that was unfortunate. That was a miss for sure. A Quest 64 miss. There we go. So there is some RNG to this. When you are hitting the aliens, sometimes they get a high bounce and sometimes they get a low bounce. And if they get a low bounce and don't reach the claw machine, there's nothing you can do. So it's why I give myself a lot of space here between Woody and Buzz to try to make it happen. There we go. We're good now. Okay. But Sid ends up getting both of them anyway. And so the whole point of that boss is kind of moot. And now we're back at Sid's house. This is a mean stage, but it does have a lot of health drops sprinkled in everywhere, allowing in the speedrun for a lot of damage boosting. All right. So I only had 2 health there. I wanted to refill my health. And I was trying to get the 1-up there, but we don't really need it. We're good on 1-ups. So now we're going to see a little mini boss here. It's possible to skip this, but if you skip this, then the stage won't end for you. You need the magnifying glass to spawn in and to do this. And it's just one moment in the movie where Sid fries his forehead like that, that they've made into this interesting mini boss here. Hot, 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 ow, ow, ow. Four soda cans, 2 books. There we go. We're gonna be damage boosting and then, or not damage, we're gonna be death abusing in the next stage to get back all of our health. It's faster to do that than to like slowly wait between the yo-yos. What would we do without the vocal stylings of Jim Hanks? All right, so that was the death abuse. And here we go. This stage is pretty rough. It has a lot of RNG. Anytime you see flames, their spawning position is RNG. There's no way to predict it. All right. We want to get past the 3rd yo-yo here and then drop. And then 1, 2, let go, but hold right. And that's a big skip there. There's an enemy that's supposed to spawn on the left side, the baby with like this metal spider legs. But if we do what I did, it'll keep the baby from spawning in for a while. Legs, come on. Their hitboxes are different. Did we win? Okay, sometimes you take damage. That last moment there is always scary if you're on 1 health. So I'm gonna intentionally death abuse. Yeah, we want 5 health for this stage for sure. So this dog is quite an obstacle on this stage. It takes up half the screen, and if you touch the dog at all, you take damage. It's a pretty rough obstacle. And between the soda cans, the rockets, the dog, and the little bombs, there's a lot that wants you dead in this stage. Okay, the most difficult jump coming up. Right there, you need to skip the soda can and get between the rockets. That is a very tough jump to make. All right. Now, this is my least favorite stage in the game. I'm just bad at memorizing stuff. If you have a good memory, this stage is easy. But I never remember where the batteries are, which path to go. Every time I play this stage, I take a new path, I swear. Sometimes the battery is before the car, sometimes it's after. It's always in the same spot if you know the stage. But I can't be bothered to learn that stage. Yeah. All right, and now my favorite level. The reason why I run this game. Rocket Man. Even the name is suggestive, Rocket Man.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
To infinity and beyond.
As you can see, Buzz is grabbing onto Woody.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
And Woody's Woody is just out there dangling in the open.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Watch out.
Watch out. Oh, I should have watched out. They're very good friends. So actually, this is a good demonstration here that if you die in this stage becomes much more difficult because those stars that guide you up and down, you've already collected. And you just kind of have to guess. You really have to watch out. Oh, yeah, this is much more difficult if you don't have those stars. We just want Buzz and Woody to get as much time as possible together.
To infinity.
They were roommates.
Watch out. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Watch out. Ow. Here it comes. Ow.
Oh my gosh, that van. I think that's the point where we'll have the stars again. Last level of Alpha, but sideways, yes.
Here it comes. To infinity and beyond.
All right, here we go.
Watch out. Here it comes. Here it comes. Watch out. Here it comes.
And now the van. There we go.
Here it comes. Watch out. Watch out. Here it comes.
Yeah, those stars really help guide you.
Watch out! Here it comes.
All right. And we've almost done it. Here it comes.
Here it comes. Here it
You can
comes.
see Woody's even like spanking himself with his other hand.
Here it comes. Watch out!
I haven't died so much in that stage in a long time. But it was a good demonstration, and we got more Woody and Buzz time. And that
Watch out!
is time. Let's go. All right. And that is Toy Story. I hope you enjoyed. The SNES version does not have credits music. Sadly, the credits music is really good. The Genesis version has it, but it is in the OST. If you ever wanted to listen to it on YouTube, they did have credits music. They just didn't put it in for some reason. Maybe they didn't have space or something. I don't know. So thank you for the GGs, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed. Really fun game. Always happy to share it. Surprisingly challenging. It's casually very challenging, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Really fun way to spend a half hour. So thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.